Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here with my mother Gina, and what's going on here?
Well, it's called The Gym is Closed.
Yes, and this is pretty much going to be like just a little video on like how we're getting how to work out during the quarantine and like what we're doing.
It's a problem.
And we don't do like big lifting weights. That's never been like our thing. We basically,
Nope.
when we would go to the gym, would
Which
go.
is important.
That to us, especially like the one thing is with the way we're doing it now, we can't like sweat like we did at the gym though, because the gym was always stuffy and very sweaty, and sometimes you kind of didn't like it, but now I kind of miss it because it's like you felt
And
like,
our friends.
and everyone that we talked to there. But basically what this video is just kind of like what we're doing, which is walking around the neighborhood, and then we go in
Oh my God.
and then we go to this one neighborhood that we walk through, and like you go, oh, it's like The Shining in here.
Oh my
and
God.
and you're always calling me Jack Nicholson because we go through there.
No, I'm not calling you. You're making me be Jack Nicholson.
Oh, and then
And I said, if you get sick of me, he's going to leave me there.
leave you here. We just circle around this neighborhood.
It's a maze.
And like it's like a maze, and we go like up these hills. It's basically
Oh
that's
no,
what
I
we're trying.
touched my eyes.
Yeah,
Bad,
don't do that. Well, we
bad,
just left
bad.
outside, so at least you touched it before we did anything else. But I'm constantly telling you not to touch your face.
It's
not
a
to
real problem.
No, so like you kind of need to wear like some kind of glasses so you don't do it. But what we do is we go later, so there's nobody out, and then we kind of just wander around the neighborhood and try and like get as much walking in as we can. And we've gotten like
9 miles.
9 to 10 miles.
Yeah.
Just kind of going up and down hills, and I purposely like to go to areas where there are hills and all this kind of stuff. But this is just going to be a little video, just kind of going around showing what we're doing. Like I said, we never were big weightlifters. We were always just doing the treadmill and the elliptical, and then the bike was what we
Right.
were doing. But this is just us trying to.
And I put on my Pandora.
And
I
I
have
put-
Pandora.
Pandora, and I just put on music and like Tangerine Dream and sort of like
I don't
chill
know
out.
what he listens. He listens to weird
Chill out kind of things and all that kind of stuff. But as we go around, it's going to get dark, so I won't be able to show too well. But as we go around, we'll tell some stories and tell also something that happened to us the one night we were walking, and all these kind of things.
Yeah.
So let the how to
How to keep in shape.
how
to keep sane.
or how to exercise during the quarantine. I guess that's what it is.
Yeah.
So
And you can't go on trails now.
no, you
Or
can't.
parks. Or
No.
the beach.
So all you can do is pull around neighborhoods.
Right.
That's it. Just traipse around the neighborhoods.
Right.
So let the video begin. Well, as you can see, it's now already totally pitch dark, and we've only been out here a little bit. But I was mentioning in the beginning about how, I want to tell you all about something that had happened to us when we were walking. And this happened probably I think actually the second night we did walking. And like we were leaving, like I said, we were going through a lot of different neighborhoods and everything. We went through one neighborhood, and when we were leaving it, we just exited, I saw this cop pulling into the neighborhood. And it was like real weird how he pulled in kind of slow. And then I kind of thought nothing of it. And then like after we left the neighborhood, we got to, a different area. And then I saw the cop coming around again. He was on the other side of the road. And then he like did a weird loop-de-loo. And then he like pulled over to us real slow and said, "So are you all okay out here?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah." And then you were like telling him about it. And it was like this real awkward thing. And you're like, "Is it okay that we're walking like this? Is this allowed? Are we doing what's allowed?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, this is fine." So
I basically gave my whole life story.
and I think somebody like called the police.
Yeah, because the dog was barking.
Yeah, this dog barked in the one area. So it was like this whole real awkward thing.
Well, I think he might have thought we were homeless.
And we were like cruising the neighborhood or
like
something,
looking for-
like Harry and Marv's or something
looking
too.
for something.
It was a real
It
awkward.
didn't look so great. It was sort
No,
of
because
rainy.
I'm wearing the same thing, and it was rainy. Because that's the one thing that's
It looked
happened.
a little bit like we were looking for a place to live. I don't know.
That's the one thing that's bad that's happened to us though is that it's rained on us a number of times when we were doing this. And I'm sorry this is dark and everything, but this is when we do it. You know what I mean? But it rained on us. So one time too, terrible raining, like absolutely poured rain on us.
We're committed to exercise. So
That's the thing. Even if it rains, we still go out in it because it's like we have to do it because otherwise, and we're doing this the same days we would always go to the gym. On Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. And you used to go Monday, but you're not doing this by yourself.
No, I can't do it alone.
No, there's no poking around.
But I've done this, I've exercised my whole life. And, for me, and maybe for a lot of you, exercise is what makes you feel, when you have a lot of stress or anxiety, it's one of the ways that I can feel a little less out of control.
I know.
Like
It's
when
like,
I was going through my mother being really ill and stuff, if I didn't get to the gym or to my aerobics class or something like that, I needed that. And for any of you that are feeling like, man, this is just too much or whatever, go out and just take a little walk or something. It'll make you feel better. You may feel like, oh, I don't feel like it. But believe me, just getting the air and...
no, it's that's the thing. Like, some people think you can't like go outside. You're allowed to do this. You're allowed to
Just don't get up on them.
just don't get up on people, and don't like meet up with your friends and do it. You know, like don't like, because we did witness some of that kind of stuff. We witnessed
Well, that's why they're closing, places where there's playing softball
beaches and all the parks and
You don't want a
everything,
big group of people.
because the one night though we were walking, we heard somebody go, oh, they were like saying goodbye to him. It said, it's great to have friends like you, and it was a whole group of them. I'm thinking,
Yeah,
oh,
people still doing it. I mean, there are people, like up our street, there's a guy, and I know he goes to this other person.
oh, he's like a Boomhauer kind of guy, like in King of the Hill.
Drinking each other's garages and stuff. Well,
Yeah.
okay, whatever.
That's the bad thing about it, is you witness some of that stuff.
You can't tell anybody what to do, but the less you have contact with others, the better chance we have to get this thing under control.
That's why, when I go out, and I talked about on the Tuesday thing, is I'm only going there one time a week, you know what I mean? Like, and now they're telling people to wear masks, so now we have to find the masks, like better ones and stuff. Because remember, originally, people were saying you didn't need to.
Yes mask, no mask.
I know. But see, like, even us right now, though, I don't know if someone would say we should have a mask, but I think if we had a mask on,
Yeah, but then in the 7-Eleven, the guy wanted to get cigarettes or booze or something.
and then they told him to take the mask off.
So,
It's a weird thing, because they have to take it off, so then they're touching their face to take the thing off.
yeah, so there we are with this.
So it's a problem. It's
We're
a
going to come in the store with a mask on and rob the place.
that's the thing too.
I was
Before,
thinking when he came in with that bandana
no, he had a
on,
bandana
it
on.
looks like the Old West.
That's the thing that's kind of scary about it, though, is you wouldn't know if somebody was coming in, like, because before, if somebody did that, you'd be like, what is this person doing?
Right.
But
He looked like he was putting the cowboy game.
I know, and
Did you think that when you went in there?
no, I thought that, but I've seen people doing that now. We ordered these type of like cloth mask thing that you can wash, so hopefully we get them at some point. But what we're doing now, though, we literally come in contact with nobody. You know what I mean? Like we
That's
maybe.
why we go out late, because when you go out during the day,
Oh, there's people everywhere, especially since the parks and everything are closed. You see people all over everywhere, poking around everywhere. So
the interesting thing is that, back in the day when, like when you were young, you saw kids out doing sidewalk chalk and all that kind of stuff.
and now you're seeing it again.
And now all that stuff is coming back.
Yes.
People are doing this stuff by the front of their house and doing the hopscotch and playing with their scooters and playing with
Oh, I saw people in the one Walmart or whatever buying a bunch of bikes, like a whole family of bikes.
because, they're at their home, they're looking for something to do, they're playing games again.
Yeah.
It's not
No,
all bad.
I even got, and I'll put a picture up for it, and I was going to talk about it on Tuesday as well. I even got the Wii Switch, like the light one, to play Animal Crossing, which I played like years ago on like the Wii. Something to do, you know what I mean? So everybody's like finding other things to do now. It's very.
But they say also that the negative side is that women, I guess men too, that are abused
Or stuck in the house with somebody. Yeah.
abusers or whatever, they're having higher rate of that.
Yeah. So, no, but you even see people posting about like being stuck with their families. You know what I mean? Certain people that don't get along and stuff.
Right.
So it's.
People are learning how to cook again.
No, you're seeing all these people. That's one thing someone was saying to me though, was like, "Oh, don't you cook or something?" I'm like, we've never. You mean you've cooked some stuff? Like you cook like I remember in the past, like cheesy chicken. It's like.
We make those kind of things, but we all have really cut back on the way that we eat.
Yeah, we don't.
Very,
And we're also so. At least with me, I kind of need to know the idea of the
like you
calories.
don't eat any meat.
No, that's the problem.
We eat a lot of fresh vegetables and stuff, which, believe me,
Are
they're
hard to
saying
get.
We cannot get that. Even though we live in California, having some problems with that.
No, you can't find like apples and and then these sort of weird things that you get kind of used to eating, you can't find anymore. So it's like it's a weird thing. So you kind of have to substitute for other things. But we just go to it's like kind of like embrace the drive-ins, drive-throughs and stuff. Remember how people was like, oh, that's crap, you don't want to eat that. But now that's what a lot of people are doing. But I know people are getting like those food service things, like where you make it, like HelloFresh and all that, which we've never done any of that.
No, I don't like it.
And I don't know, I don't like the idea too, like what if they didn't like travel it right, or the food,
Well,
so they
I've
could
seen some on YouTube where they get the box
and it
and
didn't,
it's not fresh.
no, the meat and stuff didn't seem cold and all that. And that's why too, when some people were saying about get food delivery where they deliver your groceries and all that kind of stuff.
I do
I'm
not want them picking out my stuff.
And also, I'm not trusting about, who's delivering it. You never know. You know what I mean? If it's like delivery from the actual like Pizza Hut or Domino's, they're used to doing that all the time.
Right.
But if it's like, the restaurant where they've never done delivery in their lives and they have their employees doing it, how do you know if it's being done right? And then someone was even talking about getting that stuff and how it was all freezing cold and stuff. So it's like, how long could it be sitting in someone's car?
Right.
Like, you never know. Like, we're real like OCD about that kind of stuff. Did we even walk the right way?
Yeah, we did.
All right, I'm like totally blanking out. I think, yeah, we did.
Jen,
All
now
right,
we turn to the left.
all right, yeah, I can't even remember.
Very dark.
It is very dark.
I don't think they're going to be able to see us at all.
Well, I turned down the brightness on this phone too, so I never know exactly how much you can and can't see. But yes, it's very dark, but it's kind of just a walk and talk kind of thing. Yeah. Well, now we're having our break sitting down after traipsing around. And it was so weird too, we were going to mention too, we've noticed like some places that are like, because that are not considered essential businesses, doing like sneaky stuff. Like we noticed this one hair salon.
Yeah.
We walked by and it was like late
Several times.
and then they were like in there with
It's
like,
a small hair salon.
and they were kind of like peeking around in there. And then we saw like the next time we saw a sign on the door that said you're not.
It was like a handwritten
Sign that said like you're not complying with the rules of like all this stuff, and it said we're going to be here and there's going to be a fine and all this stuff. And
It'd be a pretty big
I
fine,
think I know, but then the next night we were walking, we saw the same thing again.
Yeah.
There was somebody like
They
leaving.
leave, you can see right in, like
I know,
like,
but then they have the shades down and stuff too.
but you can still see in.
I know. It's such a strange thing that you see some of that stuff going on. And then like the one guy was telling us, the mailman was saying, even though like the bars are closed and stuff, there's still secret bars. I'm thinking like, man, that's like the bad stuff that goes.
Speakeasies or something.
Yeah, that's what's bad though is like speakeasy hair salons and like speakeasy. It's like weird.
Hence, I wear the hat.
That's why we're the hat. Like no, everyone's roots are coming in and all sorts of things.
I don't want to know my real color.
No, that's the problem. But like I said, this was just a really, really random video of just
we've walked now how long? An hour and a half?
an hour and a half, something like that.
Only halfway through.
Only halfway through, but we'll end the video here. But we'll show one quick shot when we get home, though, of just how much we walked.
If we get home.
If we get home, we'll tell you how much we ended up walking, because we changed up one thing a little bit today and going to walk this other different way. So it may work in our favor. It may be it wasn't. We may not have done as much.
Sorry.
We may be sorry that we did it. I don't know. But like I said, when we get home, we'll let you know though exactly how much we did. And the other thing too, if you guys were new to this video, the reason why I do this even more and worry about walking more too was because I was 450 pounds. So like if people didn't know that.
I wasn't 450 pounds.
No, you weren't. You were like how many pounds heavier?
60.
60. And I was, a lot heavier. So this is like
Between the two of us.
Between the two of us, it was a lot. So it's like I have to do this walking like the best that I can. But yeah, we'll see you at home, though. I'll let you know, though, how much we ended up doing tonight. Okay, hold on. Lulu, no barking. We're back now. We made it back. Well, to show you what we got is the Fitbit thing. It says 25,000 steps, almost 26,000. And then it says 71 flights, 11.71 miles. So anyway, though, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. This is kind of like a weird video, just this kind of walking around the neighborhood and showing like what we're doing and everything. But thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later.